The man never saw it coming. 1 second, he was hit by a car. The next, he woke up in a completely different world. But the real shock, the one who summoned him, was the Demon King himself. And not just to say hello. The Demon King actually wanted Jack, the guy who just got ice-guyed, to take over his throne. Naturally, Jack was stunned. I mean, he was just an ordinary office worker, totally average. Why would he be fit to rule over demons? But the Demon King wasn't joking. After carefully reviewing Jack's resume, he became absolutely convinced Jack was the one to ease him into the job. The Demon King offered him a starter position as a general. The perks: a $1 million salary, authority second only to the king himself, command over thousands of demon troops. Oh, and if Jack didn't want the job, the Demon King promised to send him back home safe and sound. Hard offer to turn down. Right, but here's the part that might leave you scratching your head. Why Jack? What did the Demon King see in him? Back in the human world, Jack was just another face in the crowd. Hardworking, sure, skilled, no doubt, but always overlooked. He even got sent overseas by his company, basically exiled despite his dedication. Still, he poured his heart into growing that foreign branch. Just when things were looking up, he got reassigned again, another country, another setback. That's when fate stepped in. The Demon King summoned him. Clearly, it was Jack's work ethic and quiet leadership that stood out. But not everyone was on board. Alice, one of the Demon King's top officers, wasn't impressed. She didn't believe a human could ever become a general. Neither did the rest of the council. To settle the debate, the Demon King proposed a test, a way to see if Jack really had what it takes. Alice was fired up. She immediately lunged at Jack to challenge him, but the king stopped her. He knew Jack was just a regular guy, no magic, no combat skills. So instead, he gave Jack a diplomatic challenge: gain the trust of the Minotaurs, and bring their army into the Demon King's forces. With no time to think, Jack found himself following Alice to the Minotaur camp. He didn't even want the job, but the king's faith in him gave him a reason to try. When Jack finally met the Minotaur general, he was so nervous he could barely speak. Alice stepped in to help, but her negotiation was more of a heated argument. Unsurprisingly, it didn't work. Alice stormed out, blaming the Minotaurs. But Jack stayed. He took a breath, calmed down, and started to observe. He noticed the leftover grass the Minotaur had been eating, so he quietly cleaned it up, stacked it neatly, offered it back gently, and most importantly, he made eye contact. A silent, respectful gesture. The next day, Alice returned, and was stunned. The room was full of fresh, neatly placed grass. Jack wasn't hurt. In fact, he had gained the Minotaur general's trust. Alice was speechless. The Demon King proudly declared that Jack passed the test. Even Alice began to admire him. So here's the big question. If you were Jack, would you stay in this strange new world?